Backyard Beach is a new business that I just started, and I just create things with shells, pebbles that I've found along the beach, the shores of Cape Cod and Rhode Island over the last 4 years. In the 80s, my mom had a craft business. She made grapevine wreaths, and she was the crazy lady on the side of the road. My friends would see her, and she's pulling grapevines like off out of the woods and stuffing them in the station wagon. And then she started making folk art, and then she started doing craft shows. So I would go to the craft shows with her. I was with my son Evan, who was 3 at the time, and an elderly man was in a car at the top of the hill, and before I knew it, he's coming down the hill faster and faster, right at Evan. And so I pushed Evan out of the way and didn't get out of the way myself. So I was hit by him, run over, dragged, you know, the whole 9 yards. I remember all of it, and it was very traumatic, and Evan witnessed the whole thing, and it was, needless to say, I was rushed to the local hospital, Toby Hospital in Wareham, and they couldn't deal with my injuries. So the doctor, I was in the emergency room, and he looked at me and said, "We're going to have to drive you to Boston. We can't med flight you because of the wind." And the last thing I remember saying is that I'm not going to make it. And then I woke up in the ICU a week later, and I had broken my pelvis, my sacrum, collarbone. I had internal injuries. I had the external fixators out of my pelvis sticking like that, like metal bars, for a couple of months. I ended up at St. Elizabeth's Rehab Center for a while here in East Greenwich. They moved me close to home. And then I came home, and then the whole process of, you know, trying to live that way happened. And a trauma like that will just changed our lives, changed the whole family dynamic, changed everything. For my pain, I ended up starting to be drawn to, I ended up at Narragansett Beach and then over in Jamestown. I just was drawn to going there. And then I started collecting things. I started picking up and like looking at the shells and the pebbles, and I would just collect. So that went on for a couple of years, and then my husband was finally like, oh, well, in the meantime, my mom got sick. So about a year after my accident, she started getting progressively worse with dementia and just basically failure to thrive. It was just really horrible. And then, so she ended up passing away in October of 2016, the day before her 73rd birthday. It took me a while. Like, I had started making things because my husband had said, "What are you going to do with all of these shells and rocks that you're collecting?" I was like, "Well, I don't know. I guess I will just start making things." So then, you know, I started doing the pebble art in the shadow boxes, and I would have I would come up with inspirational sayings. This past summer of 17 was when I really had been working and had my ideas all together, and I brought everything up there, and I made a good amount of money. So that really gave me the confidence, and that was around Christmas time. So that's when I decided, okay, I'm going to do this. But right now it's just starting. It's new. This is me. This is my story. This is how I got here. And if the accident had never happened, then I don't think this, and then also my mom passing away, because this is also a tribute to her and, you know, what she taught me growing up. Trying to rationalize why that happened. You know, there's a myriad of reasons, but I've kind of just, for my own sanity and my own healing, I've determined that I was meant to be Evan's mother there that day to save him, and also to point me in a different direction of my life. I want to connect with people on a personal level, rather than just, you know, I like your pebble art, I want to buy that. So this is my Evan. This is the little boy that was 3 on the day of the accident when I saved him. But now he's here and he's 8. And what grade are you in?
Second.
Second. It was all worth it. This is what makes it worth it. Right,
Cool.
buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.